Live in high definition from your news leader, this is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Good morning, Erie. It's Thursday morning. I'm Dawson Person, filling in for Dave Belmondo this morning.
And a very happy Thanksgiving to you all.
Yes.
I'm sure many people are thankful for today. So on our Facebook page, we have, how you are thankful.
Yeah, tell us what you're thankful for.
New traditions, something like that, in these somewhat different times.
Oh, yes, yes. So definitely tell us. I'm looking forward to seeing those comments.
Absolutely.
Well, local taverns, bars, and restaurants have their alcohol sales put on hold for the night. The state banning those sales from 5 p.m. last night to 8 a.m. this morning, hoping to put a dent in indoor gatherings to slow the spread of COVID-19.
Brian Wilk talked with a bar owner who says this is a major financial hit.
Chris Sirianni says normally the tables would be full and a line would be out the door, but not this Thanksgiving Eve.
Tough part about it for us is the fact that it's not just a slow night. This might be the slowest night we've had since we've opened.
The bar owner says they are also a restaurant. Many people did not show up because they think all restaurants that sell alcohol are closed. Chris says they did not get good guidance from the state either.
We would normally have a full restaurant, even with the guidelines of people out dining, even without alcohol. So, yeah, there was poor communication and short notice. It was a bad combination.
We checked in with several other downtown bars that would usually look like this. Plymouth Tavern's doors were closed this Thanksgiving Eve. Room 33 Speakeasy was empty too. A worker said they may close early.
Well, I think we need to be more supportive than ever of the local businesses with, Corona and the financial hardship on people. And plus you need a little bit of an outlet, I think, socially. Our options are pretty limited.
Brian Wilk, Jet 24 Action News.
Erie County continues to see triple-digit numbers of new positive COVID-19 cases. Wednesday, the county's Department of Health reporting 115 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the total number of cases since March to 4,709. There are currently 1,766 active cases. That's a new record high for active cases. The number of deaths remains at 73. Meanwhile, the Pennsylvania Department of Health is reporting 6,759 new cases yesterday. The total number of cases reported since March now stands at over 327,000. The state also reporting 144 new deaths, bringing that total to over 10,000 for the first time. Across the region, Crawford County reports 71 new cases, bringing the total there to 1,635. Warren County is up by 22 for a total of 194 cases since March. Ashtabula County, Ohio, reporting 51 new cases for a total of 2,283 cases. And Chautauqua County, New York, is reporting 25 new cases, bringing their total to 1,564. President-elect Joe Biden calling on all American families to do their part to stop the spread of the coronavirus. The message, part of a Thanksgiving address Biden delivered in Wilmington, Delaware. In it, Biden speaking of gratitude and unity, making the point by noting the virus is the enemy, not fellow Americans. As of yesterday, the coronavirus has killed more than 260,000 in the U.S. and continues its damage across the country. The president-elect using his speech to rally people to hold on until the soon-to-come vaccines can do their part.
I'm hoping the news of the vaccine will serve as an incentive to every American to take these simple steps to get control of the virus. There's real hope, tangible hope. So hang on. Don't let yourself surrender to the fatigue, which I understand it is real fatigue. I know we can and we will beat this virus. America's not going to lose this war.
Meanwhile, Erie County Executive Kathy Dahlkemper is urging people to be smart this Thanksgiving weekend. According to the CDC, in-store shopping is a high-risk activity that may lead to the spread of the virus. While many people will be out shopping on Black Friday, she says they should consider shopping online or using curbside pickup.
If you do go shopping in person, of course, wear a mask 100% of the time. Always try to keep socially distanced, but I know it can sometimes be difficult. Do your best. Go during hours that you believe it'll be less crowded, fewer people will be there.
When it comes to holiday travel, many people are still flying in and out of the Erie International Airport for the Thanksgiving weekend. Travelers making their way even as coronavirus deaths surge across the United States. Samir Nefsi spoke with travelers going against the advice of health experts.
As nearly 60 passengers make their way from Charlotte, some passengers say you can't stop your holiday plans because of the pandemic.
I wear a mask just because I'm required to wear a mask. I'm not afraid of COVID. I think that we're all going to get it at some point.
I really don't care what the CDC says. I do the precautions that I have to do, and I protect myself.
One couple traveling to Buffalo explaining they took proper mitigation efforts before boarding the plane.
We did full-blown quarantine before we traveled, got COVID tests yesterday, so we took every precaution that we could have taken, but I was definitely pretty worried about it.
We've been locked up for the last almost 9 months, and we have family that are aging and getting older, and it's important to see them.
And we chatted with a few outgoing passengers who say there was no hesitation when deciding to travel by air, believing their age doesn't present any risk when traveling.
I think regardless of what precautions we may have, things are going to spread, and there's always going to be people that aren't necessarily following any precautions or guidelines.
I'm just staying cautious. I got 2 masks on right now, so that's all I can do, really.
Air travel remains low due to the COVID-19 fallout. Taking a look nationally, on Tuesday, airports boarded 37% of the passengers they did a year ago.
From last year over the weekend, I think we're at 50% because people took advantage of flying out Saturdays and Sundays, but the numbers are dramatically down from previous years.
Samir Nafsi, Jet 24 Action News.
Meanwhile, a stay-at-home advisory for Pennsylvania was amplified by an emergency alert on cell phones Wednesday afternoon. The message from Governor Tom Wolf's administration reminding people COVID-19 rates are rising and hospitals could soon be at capacity. A sign along I-79 also advising travelers to have a negative COVID-19 test or quarantine for 14 days when coming into Pennsylvania. Jet 24 Action News is your local election headquarters. A Pennsylvania appeals court judge ordered state officials to halt any further steps toward certifying election results. Commonwealth Court Judge Patricia Mikola issued an order preventing the state from taking additional steps to certify election results until she holds a hearing Friday morning. This after the Secretary of the Commonwealth certified Biden's Pennsylvania victory and Governor Tom Wolf appointed electors for the state. The case was brought by U.S. Representative Mike Kelly and PA Republicans who argue the state's expansion of mail-in voting was illegal. Now, for all the latest updates, turn to your local election headquarters online, yourerie.com. 2 area sisters are adding a bit of humor and hope to the tense political atmosphere and pandemic. Political Sticks is a combination of politics and lip balm with a dash of humor. The company was started in August by Fairview sisters Susanna and Maddie. Working out of their home, they created flavors like Mass Breath Mint and Work From Home Hazelnut, among others. The new company is retail partners with Relish Studio and Gallery.
It just fills you with pride, you know, like these people are happy to get our product. They're happy to see the new things that we come up with. They're happy to get these in the mail. Like, I have gotten so many texts from my friends that are like, yay, my Politosticks came.
For a link to purchase Politosticks lip balm, go to our website, yourerie.com. Time now is 6:09. Coming up on Good Morning Erie, we'll take a look at this week's Golden Apple Award winner as she adapts to an unprecedented school year.
From your news leader, you're watching David Belmondo, meteorologist Tom DiVecchio, and Jay Pushkar with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.